A Japanese client smiles at you across the table. He says, "This is a very interesting proposal. We will consider it carefully." You leave the meeting feeling great. Your proposal was interesting. They're considering it. 2 weeks later, silence. No email, no call, nothing. What happened? Nothing happened. He said no. You just didn't hear it. Because in Japan, no doesn't sound like no. It sounds like yes. In Japan, people carry two faces. Not because they're dishonest, because they're considerate. One is Honne, your true feelings. The other is Tatemae, the face you build for the world. In English, we'd call this being two-faced, and it's an insult. In Japan, it's called being an adult. By the end of this video, you'll understand why, and you'll be able to tell which face you're looking at. Honne. Honne means true, ni means sound, your true voice inside. Tatemae. Tataru means to build, mei means front, the front you've constructed. One is what you feel, the other is what you perform. A child says everything they think. An adult knows when to hold back. Tatemae isn't lying, it's protecting the other person's feelings, the group's harmony, the moment's dignity. Every culture does this. Japan simply named it, mastered it, and made it an art form. In business, Tatemae has its own dictionary. Kangete okimasu, I'll think about it, almost always means no. Chotto muzukashii desu, it's a bit difficult, means absolutely not. Maimuki ni kentu shimasu, we'll consider it positively, means we won't. The words are warm. The meaning is final. If you know where to listen, the refusal is perfectly clear. It's hidden inside the courtesy, like a sword inside a silk sleeve. A friend cooks you dinner. It's terrible. In some cultures, you might say, honestly, it needs more salt. In Japan, you say, this is interesting. You made this yourself? How creative. You eat it. You smile. You ask for the recipe you will never use. The friend is happy. The evening is saved. Nobody is hurt. That's Tatemae, choosing someone's happiness over your honest opinion. Not dishonesty, generosity. An employee wants to quit. He doesn't say, I hate this job. He says, I've been thinking about my career direction. The boss understands perfectly. She doesn't say, this is inconvenient. She says, I respect your decision. Both know what the other really feels. Neither says it. Both are grateful for that. The truth was communicated completely, without a single true word being spoken. That's the art of Honne and Tatemae working in perfect harmony. Why does Japan operate this way? Because harmony, why, is the highest social value. Japan's oldest constitutional principle from the year 604 states that harmony should be valued above all. Tatemae is the mechanism that protects WA. In a small island nation where communities lived close together for centuries, you couldn't just walk away from a relationship. Your neighbor was your neighbor for life. Tatemae was the social engineering that made coexistence possible. Tatemae works hand in hand with kuki wo yomu, reading the air. Tatemae is what you project. Reading the air is how you decode what others are projecting. One person hides the truth gently, the other reads the truth skillfully. Together, they form a complete communication system, a dance where both partners know the steps. Japan built an entire language on what happens between the words. But Tatemae has a cost. When you always put the group first, your own feelings can disappear. People who never express frustration don't stop feeling it. They just carry it alone. Japan's high rates of stress and burnout are partly connected to a culture where saying, I'm struggling, feels like breaking the harmony. Tatemae protects others, but who protects the person behind the mask? The answer reveals both the beauty and the burden of this system. Japan's answer, the izakaya. After work, colleagues go drinking, and at the izakaya, the rules shift. Alcohol gives permission. You can criticize the boss, you can complain about the project, you can say what you really think, and the next morning, it's as if it never happened. Nobody mentions it. The izakaya is the one place where Honne is allowed to breathe. Tatemae takes the night off, and everyone survives because of it. Honne and Tatemae are not two different people living inside one body. They are two tools in the same hand. A carpenter doesn't use a hammer for every job. Sometimes you need a chisel. Knowing when to show your true feelings and when to build a polite front, That's not duplicity. That's emotional intelligence. Tatemae is not the opposite of honesty. It's honesty's partner, the one that knows when to speak and when to stay quiet. Every conversation has two layers: what is said and what is meant. Every smile has a story behind it. Every polite refusal is a kindness in disguise. Japan didn't invent this. Every human being on Earth does it every day. Japan simply looked at this universal human behavior, acknowledged it, named both sides, and decided neither is wrong. Both are necessary. Both are human. So the next time someone in Japan says your idea is very interesting, listen carefully. Not to the words, to the air between them. The truth is there. It always was. You just need two words to find it. Honne, Tatemae.